Welcome to Tommy Green TV, bringing you the latest in Arsenal footballing news and update. You landed on the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Match day 11, Arsenal v Watford, 1-0 to the Gooners. Straightforward. Well, not straightforward, to be honest. It was one of those games where, man, it's definitely 1-0 to the Arsenal. The first goal that went in and got disallowed, for offside. Didn't think it was offside and it got disallowed. But according to the rules, the ball was played behind the keeper. So, that was offside. The keeper was ahead. So the keeper is used as the line in that type of decision. So, I was like, oh, God, this is going to be one of those long, long days. And then, of course, you had the penalty. Aubameyang missed. This is someone now that you're beginning to worry a little bit, low on confidence, because the things that he just normally would do, he just is not doing. The offside goal, he first touch let him down, and Saka had to tap it in, and then of course he misses the penalty. And I love the reactions from the fans, because the fans were we kept supporting and saying, you know what, doesn't matter. Watford didn't trouble us today at all. It wasn't a game where they troubled us. There's no troubling. There wasn't anything there for us to be worried about and go, oh wow, they did this. But then again, it's Watford. They're where they are because of where they are. But in the past, these type of games we could have drawn them, to be honest. So credit to the team, credit to the manager. It wasn't a game where there were many standout players, but we did play well. That's the thing. We played well. We controlled the game. Watford came on to counter-attack. And because they came to counter-attack, they just sat behind and tried to break with Sarr, King, and whoever it was that was on the left. But the reality is that I like the way we're playing. We broke them down. We were patient. We controlled the game. Barring one or two moments, Aaron Ramsdale coming out and rushing out, and King could have squared that back or even scored from that. Barring that, and I just think maybe one other chance in the whole game. I think they had two chances in the whole game where they actually could have scored. From our mistakes, basically, not something that they kind of created, or it was just a game where they came to play WWE. They came to wrestle. They were chopping down our players. Danny Rose, even they got the red card. They just came to fight, came to play, just beat down the players. And credit to the boys, because the boys, stood up to this type of kind of bullying. And it's like, you know what? Whatever, yeah, you guys can hit us, you guys can beat us, you guys can do whatever you want, but we're going to play our game. And we played our game. And I couldn't care for, even after the game, listening to Ranieri and him saying that we were fouling their players. They had 19 fouls against us. So what are you talking about, mate? Congratulations to Arteta, 100 games in charge. It's not been easy, and I'm not getting carried away at the end of the day, because it's just we're just on a good run against beating the teams that we should beat. Let's just get that straight. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's saying, oh, we're beginning to turn a corner, or we're beginning to show that we're the real deal. Not really. No, we're supposed to beat teams that were the teams: Norwich, Newcastle. Norwich, Leicester, Tottenham. These are teams that are not really on form. Aston Villa, they just sacked their manager. Norwich just sacked their manager. So they're not really on form. But this is the teams that are in front of us, and these are the teams that we're beaten, at the end of the day. So we can only take what's in front of us. And kudos to us. We're building confidence. 10 games unbeaten, in the league. It's in all competition. It's great. What more do you want? We've not really conceded goals that much. So it's good. We're in the right direction, but we're not getting carried away, because you get carried away, you see the old Arsenal come back. Next game against Liverpool, this is where we see where we are. We're going away. We want to see how tight our defense is against the best of the best, the creme le pure of all, the Premier Leagues. Your Salah, your Mane, your Jota, your Firmino. You want to see how we are against them. I think our defense will probably be able to handle them. It's now a case of, can we score goals? Can we create something out of nothing? Because we know we have to sit down and soak up a lot of pressures. So, this is where we're going to see where we are. Today's game wasn't a game where we were troubled, but it was a game where we had to break down and show our superiority. And that's what we did. Kudos to Emile Smith Rowe again. Him and Ben White giving those type of performances that is just showing Southgate that, look, when they need to be in the England squad, I'm not really bothered if they are, if they're not, to be honest, because it just means that they don't get injured and, they just take their time, and that hype, it's not, when you start going to the international games and there's too much hype on you and you become so hyped, it affects your performances. That type of pressure, it's not on them. They can do what they need to do. They can grow. They can gather the experience. And when it is time to go to the international stage, they will be ready to handle the pressure. They'll be able to handle and play their game. And when they come back to Arsenal, they'll be able to do what they need to do. So all in all, it's a good game. We can't complain. 10 games unbeaten, in all competition. In the league, we've won, 7? Drawn 2 at the is it 1-7 or something like that? Yeah, but we can't complain. We're 5th on the table, 3 points off 4th place, 2 points off 4th place, behind Liverpool. We beat them next week. We're in the top 4. Do you understand what I mean? So we're ticking along nicely. We know that for us to get a point there, it's not impossible. But we have to be at our best. And if we are at our best, I believe we can get something out of the game. That's just me. I'm not being over optimistic. I just know we spent 150 million. These players are now getting into their own. If we have a fully fit squad, the sky's the limit. So why not? Why limit ourselves? Why limit ourselves, like I said in my last video? Why limit ourselves to just the top 6? Why? We're 6 points behind Chelsea. Really? We can try and push secretly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys. It's what it is. Another 3 points on the board. We can't complain. Hell yeah. Till the next time. Let's get it.